Trying to achieve something or reach a goal of some sort that you have, 9 times out of 10, there's going to be a process in order to get to where you're trying to get to in life. Like, very rarely that something just happens instantly or happens overnight. Usually there's going to be a process. And that's kind of what I want to talk about in today's video. Is just really about trusting that process, realizing and understanding that you must go through the process to get to where you're trying to get through in life. And really just embracing the process, because if you don't embrace it, it's just gonna make it harder. And you got to realize that the process is what really separates and weeds out the people that really want what they say they want and the people that just kind of want it. I can guarantee you now, if you're the ones that kind of want it, you might as well click off this video, because this video is not for you. Because the people that kind of want it, they're going to fail every single time. But the people that really, really want it, they're going to stay through the process, through the good, the bad, the ups, the downs, no matter what. They're going to keep going until they finally get what they achieve. So, that being said, first things first, the process. You have to learn how to trust the process. Like I said, nothing happens overnight. Bro, you're not finna wake up the next day and have everything that you wanted in your lap. You're not finna wake up and have the amount of money that you want, the dream car that you want. Like, this is a process. So once you focus on what you want in life, you need to have intention on getting better every single day. So every single day is like a brick. And eventually, once you have enough bricks, once you build enough days, you're going to have what you're looking for. So once you have enough days, eventually you're going to get to where you're looking for. Same thing with a house. Eventually, you're going to have a full house after laying enough bricks. But you can't just put one brick and expect 50 to be there when you get back. Like, no, that's not how life works. You have to go and place each brick strategically. Some bricks may be heavier than others bricks. Some days may be harder than other days. But at the end of the day, you need to be getting better every single day. So once you have an intent on that goal that you're trying to achieve, make sure that you're getting better every single day, because a day that you're not getting better, a day that you slack off, a day that you sleep in, a day that you put your goal off to the side, that could be pushing your goal, your dream back 3, 4 months in advance. Like, you could be pushing your goal back so far that you don't even know. Believe it or not, a lot of people take a lot of rest days. A lot of people take a lot of off days, and they claim they say they want it, but they end up pushing their goal back. I fought my hand, but they end up pushing their goal back so far to the point where it's unreachable. So don't let that be you. You need to work on your goal every single day. You need to go to sleep thinking about it. You need to wake up first thing on your mind. You need to talk to God. That'd be one of the main things you talk to God about. If you want to run a business, you should be working on your business every single day, every single chance you get, every day you get that's free time. Like, you should be working on your goal. You should be grinding, thriving, trying to get to where you're trying to get to. Because a lot of people, they don't understand how much work it really takes to be successful in that thing that they want. People say they want to get an MBA until they see how much these NBA players train. People say they want to run a business until they see how much the business owners are working. People say they want to be a doctor until they see how much the doctors are studying, how long they're in the library, how much school they got to go through, how much debt they got to be in. With everything in life is a process. Once you can find your intent and get better every single day, you need to learn to embrace the process. You need to realize that there's going to be ups and there's going to be downs. You need to realize that there's going to be some good days and there's going to be some bad days. There's going to be some days where you're really pumped up, fired up. You up early in the morning, you ready to work on your goal. The same as there's good days, there's bad days. There's gonna be some days where you feel like skipping. There's gonna be days where you feel like quitting. There's gonna be days where you just feel like maybe this ain't for me anymore. And those are the days that really define you. Those are the days that God really looks at the most. Them days that you're down and out. Them days that you feel like quitting. Are you still gonna go at what you once said that you wanted before, or did those words that you once said before mean nothing to you just because of a temporary emotion or a temporary feeling at the time? Because, like, the good and bad comes. That's a part of the process. You got to realize that. So like I said, them days is what's most important. Them days is what separates you from the people that want it and the people that never get it. So you just need to realize that, and you need to identify them days where, when, let's say, you don't feel like, you say you had a dream physique and you got a day where you don't feel like going to the gym, or you have an off day when you know it's not time for an off day and you know you're supposed to be in the gym. You need to show up even when you don't feel like showing up, because that's what good men do. Good men show up when they don't feel like working. Good men go to the gym when they don't feel like going to the gym. Because here's a little secret I'm gonna let you in, which you probably already know, but you're not gonna feel like doing it all the time. No matter how bad you want it, no matter how bad you love it, it's gonna be days where you have to force yourself to get out of bed. It's gonna be days where you have to force yourself to work on your goal. But those, like I said, are the days that matter most. And the people that are successful in life, the Kyrie Irvings, the LeBron James, the um Michael B. Jordans, whoever's successful in that field that you look up to, they showed up on the days that they didn't want to show up on. You have to build that skill as a human, because that's a hard skill to have. Usually, as like, our natural response as humans, when we don't feel like doing something, we don't feel like doing it. We don't like to be uncomfortable. We love to be comfortable. We love to be in our comfortable, love to be in our comfort zone. We love to be in our shell. So when it comes time to get out that shell, that's literally what separates us, because not everybody can do that. But if you can force yourself to do that over a continuous period of time, bro, there ain't no one in this world that can take anything from you, bro, because you can force yourself to do something that you don't want to do. Not a lot of people can do that, especially when you know it's for the greater good, when you know it's going to benefit you in the future. Like, yeah, it may not be benefiting you now, but you know, if you stick to this route, eventually your time going to come. So with that being said, man, that's really all you got to do. Like, you have to realize that this journey, like, it's a journey. Like, you cannot skip the process. A lot of people want to skip the process. A lot of people want to cheat the grind. You cannot cheat the grind, because it's going to tell on you every time. God puts you through the grind to get you prepared for what you want to. God puts you through the grind to get you prepared for what you ask for. You say you want to be a millionaire. If God gave you $1 million right now, you would not know what to do with it. It probably would be gone within a year. You would blow it so quickly, you wouldn't know what to do with it. One, because you didn't work for it. Two, because you don't know how to treat it. Three, because you don't know what to do with it. You didn't take any skills. You didn't grind to get that. You just got it put in your lap. So you got to think about it. God is putting you through that grind. So one, you know how to appreciate it. Two, you know what to do when you get it. Three, you not finna be no dummy, because you worked your butt off to get that $1 million. So that being said, like, God puts us through the journey. He also puts us through the journey and the progress, because we meet people during the process. You meet great people. You meet people to help you on your way, so you can, like, a lot of times God just puts people in our life not for a long term, but just to teach us things. And God will teach you the same thing over and over and over until you finally get that lesson. I know a lot of us, we're stubborn. We don't like to listen until, like, the worst of the worst happens to us. And sometimes that is me, bro. So I try and listen and try to ask God, what is he telling me when I go through certain situations that I don't understand in the moment? So I ask God, what is he telling me? But yeah, that's really it, man. Like, you just gotta fall in love with this process. Anything worth having is worth working for. Like, nothing's gonna happen overnight. All these people you see that's up there successful, yeah, it may look like they got it in a shorter period of time, but no, they went through trials and tribulations. They fought for their goal, and they showed up every single day, when even on the days they didn't feel like showing up. That's why they're at where they're at. That's why they have millions of followers, millions of dollars. That's why they're in their dream car. That's why. That's why they're in that D1 position. That's why, like, bro, you understand what I'm saying? Like, this process is not a joke, bro. This process is literally part of it. So when you feel like quitting, you gotta remember to yourself, oh, this is normal. I'm supposed to feel like quitting. You should feel fired up. Like, you should get motivated 3 times harder, because when you feel like quitting, you gotta realize, you gotta flip that switch in your head, and you gotta tell yourself, this is good. I'm supposed to feel like this. I'm doing something right. I'm headed in the right direction, because you gotta realize that you're not always gonna feel like quitting. This frustration, this this uncomfortableness that you're feeling right now is only temporary. It's only temporary. It may last for a day, it may last for a week, it may last for a month. But once, if you can realize that, bro, this is not forever, and that you can get through that hard, because it always gets harder before it gets easier, bro. Like, it's gonna be the very hardest right before you win, and you don't want to be that guy that quits right before he wins. That's probably my biggest nightmare, is doing something, grinding so hard to get something, and just because I'm not seeing results within the amount of time that I want, I quit. I throw the towel and I say it's not for me, when I was right there. If I would have kept going one more week, I would have had everything that I was grinding for. Probably got to be the biggest thing. So with that being said, bro, I'm gonna keep grinding and keep going after what I want to the day I die, bro. Because at the end of the day, if you're not doing what you want in life, are you really even living? Like, think about it. If you showing up to a job that you hate, you're miserable, your kids don't respect you, your wife don't respect you, you don't like the life that you're living, you don't like the car that you drive, like, are you really living? Like, you're waking up every day to be miserable, fam. So you have to go after what you want and do what you can while you can, because time does not last forever. Everybody has an expiration date on this earth. One day, your day is gonna come. You gotta realize, if you keep living, you're gonna eventually die. So with that being said, you can look at it as a bad thing or a good thing. Like, we're all gonna die. Like, nothing matters. Do what you want while you can. That being said, man, I love every single one of y'all. I think we're at 1,263 subs. Appreciate every one of y'all. I love y'all boys from the bottom of my heart.